both market-wise and now this jobs data. It took a lot of people by surprise, certainly not what economists were expecting. Does it fit with the picture that you're seeing?
Sure. I think it does, actually. I was just out on the road visiting factories and garages and talking to our franchisees. And I'll tell you what, at Snap-on, we've seen the picture before. This is we kind of say that this event is kind of shock. You know, you had the virus. Everybody didn't know what to do. Then you have accommodation. Then you have psychological recovery. And so we just went through the shock period, I believe. We saw the same thing at Snap-on in things like Superstorm Sandy, where a whole area got wiped out, or things like Katrina or areas. So in a smaller geographic area, this is sort of the same. That's one of the reasons we have a pretty solid business. You know, we're not recession immune, but we're kind of resistant. It's one of the reasons why we've been able to pay a dividend every quarter since 1939, and we've never reduced it.
It does raise the question, all those companies that in March and April appeared to be going ultra defensive, raising a ton of money, issuing a lot of debt, what happens to that capital now that they've established these fortress walls? Does it get redeployed? Do they keep it for a rainy day fund on the risk of things going wrong in the fall or beyond?
Well, you can't speak for everybody, but look, I think this is it. First of all, let's not get too overheated about this. Unemployment is still 13%, huh? So, I mean, this isn't full recovery. Just but I do think this kind of reinforces the idea this is a V. You get a nadir, maybe late March or April, and then you start coming back because people start to figure out how to deal with the problem. I was in Vietnam, you know, when bombs fell in Vietnam, people got daunted for a day or two, but those cities restored to their lives. It has to be the case. And so what's happening is I think people will take that capital, they'll be careful about it, but they'll start investing in the future because there's no reason to believe that the world doesn't get better. For us, we think people are going to start driving more because I think mass transit and inner city positions are less attractive in the case of now that a black swan of a virus and being close to people are less attractive. So we're going to be investing in product. We've said that we're going to come out of this stronger because we're going to keep investing in brand and our product and our people. We've spent a lot of time building our Snap-on team, so we haven't laid off anybody during this period. And we're going to try to make sure we don't do it because we want to keep our team intact.
It's good to hear, Nick. Do you think that's representative of the broader manufacturing industry in this country? Do you think that manufacturing is going to be able to weather the storm better than other industries?
Well, I think it's difficult, but I think manufacturing has been essential. You know, one of the great things about this period is it reinforced how important essential makers and fixers are to our economy. I've always felt, and I talk often about this, that one of the things we need to do is restore the respect for the dignity of work for working men and women. They are the people that have made us great through this whole period made us ascendant. Historians say that. And this virus is a lesson in that regard, because isn't it ironic that the jobs we look at, you know, factory jobs or repair jobs, that some people view as the consolation prize of our society are the very jobs we turn to as essential when the days are the darkest. And I think what's going to happen is as we come out of this, people are going to say, boy, manufacturing is more important. I mean, can you imagine if we had outsourced all our toilet paper to China? There would have been panic at the beginning.
Yeah, there was panic anyway, Nick. Hey, to that point, though, if we truly repatriate a lot of manufacturing at a higher cost basis, because workers are not going to tolerate Chinese wages, and if demand really comes back, what happens to pricing in your business? Do goods get more expensive to buy input for and to sell?
I tell you this, we actually make in the markets where we sell. So 80% of what we sell in the United States is right here. It's made right here. And a hand tool is like 50% labor. So we've been able to deal with that by working at the factories constantly. You know, people talk about distancing. So when we go in our factories, we see that people are distanced automatically because they're running 3 or 4 machines. They're running the robots.